Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to talk about the shooting in the parking lot between that woman and that guy who apparently were arguing over a parking spot. And people won't classify or characterize this as road rage, but the fact of the matter is this is a case of road rage because it happened while they were in the car. They apparently were trying to get a parking spot and she beat him out of a parking spot. And I've seen that happen so many times. It happened when I was out and about traveling around with my brother. Usually if we get beat out of a parking spot, it's no big deal. You look for another parking spot. And other people that I've seen lose a parking spot to someone, you know, when you're in a store, at a store parking lot, and you see people pulling in. So this sort of thing happens on a daily all the time. And but with this such incident, it escalated into an argument, and then it escalated to violence. So, and it's proven that road rage cases have escalated to violence in the past. So this is a case of road rage which spilled over onto a parking lot, of course, at a retail store. So in other words, with the road rage thing, people are mad and infuriated. Then they don't even care about shopping no more. Now they, like this guy, he could have walked away and went into a store. He could have went and found another parking space. So it becomes more about that road rage than shopping. Oh, this person beat me out of a spot. That spot belongs to me. It had my name on it. Then it's really childish for adults to fight over parking spots and spaces in which they do not own. Like, why fight over something that you don't own? You don't own stock in. You can't claim it as a tangible possession of yours. So, and when cases like that escalate into violence, such as the deadly kind, then it becomes a senseless death then. Because people, think about it, people are saying, wow, that wasn't worth dying over a parking spot. It's not worth shooting a person over a parking spot. Yeah, it's not. But like if a person is willing to hurt you and harm you over a parking spot, then you will have no choice but to defend yourself. Like if you make something like that a big deal, the bigger the deal you make out of something, or the bigger deal you make into something, you will be willing to take the most extremes in that case. The more a situation escalates into something major, then a person will resort to deadly violence if they feel they had to. And then when you think about it, at the end, it's like, wow, this wasn't worth this at all. It's just a parking spot. There's a million other spaces out there. So, and guys, in that situation, remember, guys, you got to be mature and responsible. When you're dealing with situations with women and parking lots and clubs or anywhere, like, it's best to be the responsible, level-headed guy and say, it's not worth it. I'm not going to argue with you over this. You take the spot and I'll go get another one. Be the gentleman in it. Because if you argue and go back and forth with a woman, and then if you appear to be the physical aggressor and she feels she has to defend herself, and who are they going to believe, you or some small, frail woman, or even a woman that might not be so small but comparable to a guy? She wouldn't be able to match him in a fight if it came to an altercation. So of course a woman is going to pull a weapon on a guy. Like if a guy would pull a gun or a knife on another guy, then a woman certainly would pull a gun on a guy. And then if you arguing back and forth with her over parking spaces, a parking lot, this is my spot, that's my spot, like, then you're not going to win that type of argument. Because if you're looking bigger and more aggressive than her size-wise, and she's in fear of her safety and she pulls a weapon, and she uses it, she could say, that guy kept coming towards me. I didn't know what he was going to do. He wouldn't leave. He's staying around, following me. I think he wants to hurt me. You know, this is a case, this is all cases that pertain to men and women. Like, of course, the guy is going to appear like the aggressor. The guy is going to be perceived like the aggressor. So guys, be the bigger man, and don't argue with women over tedious stuff like parking spaces, in which could escalate to violence. Walk away, walk away, and say this isn't worth it. So, forget about that. And then everything will be good. And that situation would have been de-escalated by smart, rational-minded folks. And all those escalations that escalated would not be escalated if people thought like that, behaved like that, and applied it. In other words, all right, I wanted to speak on that incident. Okay.